It's the ghost. Okay. I'm telling you, the tech issues are heavy. What's up? Welcome in. Welcome to another episode of Life with G podcast. It's Taco Tuesday, motherfuckers. And it's also live night for Life with G. It's your girl G, the Puerto Rican podcast princess, your favorite baby mama in the building. Shout out Robert being the first one in the chat. He said, let's fucking go. I love the energy. Everybody have a warm welcome for Zoe in the building.
The best for last. It's supposed to be the best for last. But what
Well,
it
JR's
is,
tech issues threw me off.
oh man. Well, what it is, what it ain't. You know what I'm saying? UK is all tapping in. And everybody. I know I'm having camera issues right here. Whatever.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, everybody, remember, every day is a blessing.
Is there still no audio? He said there's no audio.
There's no audio? Y'all can't hear me?
Hello? They can hear us for sure now? Okay. Well, I'm ready for October to be over because I'm sick and tired of these fucking technical issues. But we're not going to live in the negativity. JR is in the building, the best producer in the game, even though we keep having tech issue after tech issue. Take it away, buddy.
It's high noon.
I can't hear
I'm
you.
serious. Stop listening to all them motherfuckers, all right? They don't know. No, that's my intro, G. I don't know. That's it. That was it.
That's your intro? Wow. This may be a rough start, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get through it. And I do want to welcome in Moni Watches. She said she can hear. All right, that's a bet. Thank you to everybody else who is watching as well. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't already joined the fam, why the fuck not? What are you doing? How's everybody's night going, Zoe? How are you feeling today, buddy?
Alive, thank God.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus. JR, how you feeling?
What do you mean alive, nigga? What happened? Did you
He feels
almost die?
alive.
Plenty of times.
Nigga, are you in code? What does that even mean?
He is
What
in
you mean?
code.
Like
I have faced death a couple times in my life.
you right, my nigga. You know what? I'm glad you're alive too. I'm glad you're here and kicking. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm glad y'all here too.
I fuck with you,
We're
my
super.
G.
We're super grateful to have Zoe in the building. Culture has class. It's Tuesday. He goes to school and shit. Shout out Culture. But I'm excited that we are tapping in with you guys again. We're back on a regular schedule after all the craziness from the storms and shit. Still every Tuesday, Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Thank y'all for tapping in. Listen, we had a conversation. Was it the last live that we talked about posting or not posting your significant other, right?
Yeah, that's when you said, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, you gonna post your significant other whether he likes it or not. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then you said can't nobody control you. You are
Yeah.
INDEPENDENT motherfucker. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying?
And you know what that means.
That means you be lying and
Independent.
capping to people. What does that mean?
Stop. You're not. Stop.
You
Cut your shit out right now.
you
Cut it the fuck out.
you first.
I didn't say. I don't think I said I would force myself. But listen, if I want to post you, I'm gonna post you. You don't want to fuck with a bitch that posts, and no, actually, I'm pretty private. Let me stop talking shit.
There you go.
I'm private.
So if you got a
I'll
good
let the
man,
man lead.
you got a good man, he gonna
If
tell
she-
you to take that
if-
shit away. Social media
If
gotta
she
go.
want, if she want to post it, she gonna talk to you about it first.
Yeah, it would be a discussion. I'd be like, oh, really? I would just want that for myself, versus having to portray it to the masses. But the reason I'm bringing that up again is because in God's timing, in divine timing, as if he knew we just talked about this shit, there is a breakup that's going viral on TikTok right now. I've been following the guy for a while. I think his name's Elijah. Shout out Shelly. What's up? Welcome in, baby. So Elijah, just to give y'all some backstory, he is a content creator. He is a vlogger. He shared his story, and it's from a Christian perspective. He's a Christian content creator, and he shares every facet of his life, from him being homeless, him getting his new jobs, him moving, everything under the sun, and he prays about it all, and he shares it with his followers as inspiration, as his testimony. Typical content creating shit, but with a spiritual twist to it. And he decided to start praying for a girlfriend one day. More importantly, a wife, actually. I think he phrased it as I started praying for my wife. And he made it kind of like a series. And eventually he gets in a relationship. And now that those two have broken up, everybody and their mama has something to say about it. And it's getting really ugly. And it's really interesting to see the Christians tap in as well. Have y'all seen this on your newsfeed? It's Elijah and Sheree's breakup. Have you seen it? Or is
I don't
Cherie,
even
maybe?
know. I don't even. Until you said something about it in the chat, I ain't know nothing about it.
So y'all don't be on TikTok like I be on TikTok. JR, did you see it?
I just want to, I just want to say, I think that's how you're supposed to do it as men. You know, you're supposed to go ahead and tell a woman you was homeless. That way they understand or they think that you progressing. So from now on, any woman I talk to, I'm gonna tell them I'm
Of course,
homeless a
of
year
course,
ago,
Jr.
and then I
Of
made
course.
it. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna be like, damn, this nigga really on his shit. He really grinding and shit, and that's what I'm gonna do because I really think
Of
that's top notch type shit. Gee,
Man,
tell
listen.
me
Wait,
you wouldn't want to
wait, wait,
fuck
You
with a
wait. Are
fucking
nigga
it
you
up,
after he
Jr.
says that.
assuming?
You fucking it up,
Hold on.
Jr.
Are you assuming that he's lying about that?
I'm not saying I'm assuming he lying about it. I'm just saying if he is, it's genius.
I don't think he is though, and that's that. Again, a lot of people are giving him slack right now, but being a follower of his for a while and then seeing like him repost some of his older stuff, because I've probably been following him for like, yeah, maybe 6, 7 months or something like that. Because it's interesting to see a young man, a young black man who's really devout in his faith, and he's sharing it, with no shame, regardless of the judgment that comes behind that. Um, and he's shared his story. He's broken down. He's been very vulnerable online. So I'm not sure that he's capping. But then again, the internet gonna show you what it is that it wants to show you. So who knows how real it is? But you really would start off by saying that you were homeless, so that this woman's expectations for you are what, lower, and you can impress her more easily.
How amazing does that look? That I pull up in the spaceship, I take her out on a nice date. You know what I'm saying? I'm very charismatic, and she thought I was homeless a year ago. Now I'm on my shit. She gonna love me. She gonna
Wow.
be with me. She gonna touch my body. Gee, come tell me that wouldn't work for you. Be honest.
Listen, I think seeing a man progress would definitely be impressive. That would
There
show
we go.
promise.
There we go.
That would show potential.
Bring it on.
So is it a way that you could dupe somebody? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I suggest it? No.
What?
Because you yourself, if you really, this is how I feel about it. If you really a man,
Yeah.
you should be progressing, and whatever your story is, there should still be some progression. There should still be growth for women as well. It's not just a man thing. As you get into adulthood, you should see some progression, some elevation, hopefully, right? So you would want to see that regardless. And if your story does not show progression, well, then you probably shouldn't be worried about a bitch. You
See?
should probably be focused on progression.
So it's gonna hit harder.
Saying.
See what I'm saying? Because now they like, damn, that nigga focus on him. He turned his
You
life
shouldn't
around.
lie. We do not condone.
We,
We don't condone lying.
we.
Yes, here on Life with G podcast, we do not condone lying.
That is not what I signed in my
Not just for
contract.
lie's sake.
G.
So,
On my
It was
contract,
in the
I
would
it
you
have
was
a
in the
lie
fine print,
clause.
Jr. It was in
JR,
the fine print. You ain't read it.
Well,
what was in the fine print?
nobody reads page 2 and 3. Nah, G.
That's what
JR,
you
I
fucked
had a
up.
I can lie
That's what you fucked
clause.
up.
you're in timeout. You're in timeout, JR. You're in timeout. So would you ever lie to a female about like starting lower than maybe you ever were in life, just to make her think that you have progression?
If I be honest, I ain't got to, cause I really been there. Like I ain't got to.
Yeah, that's what I would
Okay
say to you,
then.
nigga.
So I'm saying, shut up, JR. Oh my God. There he
I ain't
go.
gotta.
There he
If
go with his
anything,
shit.
if I be honest, if anything, I don't condone it lying. Like I do my best to not lie.
Mm.
But it's like, if anything, I just wouldn't tell her certain things. That way, she doesn't be like, "Oh, dang, you went through that." If you don't ask, I won't tell.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. That's true as well. I do want to tap in with the comments really quickly. Moni Watcher said, "I don't ever get Christian content on my FYP. Should I be concerned?" I don't know. Now you got to tell us what type of content you do get on your FYP, and then
Booty.
we'll tell you if you should be concerned.
Booty.
Robert said, "You're lucky, Moni." Shelly said, "Why, Jr? Just why? Don't capitalize on that. It's sad and hard to be in those situations." Facts. Monique said, "Jr. is a menace." Shelly said, "To the utmost." And then Monique said, "Disclaimer: his opinions do not represent the Life of G podcast." Amen. Thank you, Jesus, Monique. Thank you for reiterating that for me. Thank you, Shelly. Shelly said, "Facts." Yeah, Jr. don't speak for all of us. He don't speak for all of us.
Gee,
Damn.
don't play with me, y'all. This is first of all, if you are homeless, right? I understand that things happen, and all I'm saying is the choices you make lead you to where you go. I'm not trying to tell you that I'm making fun of homeless people. I'm just saying I want to start off on the right foot. So by saying I was homeless a year ago has nothing to do with homeless people. It has everything to do with her expectations of me now. And I'm a blessing. G, you rocking with me?
I
Yes or
couldn't
no?
even. No, I couldn't even focus on the bullshit that you were trying to spit out because
Bullshit.
my lashes, yeah, my lashes are uneven and it's starting to look like I got a lazy eye.
Damn.
Damn it. Anyways, um,
Damn.
or maybe I just found out I have a lazy eye. No, I'm not. I'm not buying your shit today. Listen, but right. So the breakup happens, and the way that these people have turned on this man is honestly sad. It's other Christians turning on him, other men, other black men turning on him, which is just absolutely
When you say
insane.
turning on him, what do you mean? In what ways?
Like, I mean, going against him, like basically making fun of the situation. So, to give further context, so now y'all know the background of Mr. Elijah and his content base and all of that stuff. After he got in this relationship with this female, they were presenting themselves as a Christian, godly couple, putting God at the center of their relationship. But they were still posting that they were going on these lavish dates, taking these trips, etc., and so on, right? It's a material girl type vibe. And I'm going to let you guys know that up front before we get to react to the video. But in a live where he was speaking to his followers and they were asking him what happened, he mentioned the fact that he felt that his partner wasn't giving him grace in the financial department. And that's what made shit get ugly. Before we get into it even more, JR, you have that first clip of that young man going off? Please run the tape.
Let's see if I do. Yep, I think I do. Let's make that happen.
Run it.
Sorry, Zoe. Let's run it. Let me know if you can hear it.
She did give me grace in the area.
Grace?
I think she was focused more on the financial.
Duh. No, so this is the girl that you dated? This is the girl that broke up with you because of money? How did you not see that coming? Her bio says everything lifestyle. Not only that, she lives in Atlanta, Georgia, and she's a lifestyle creator. How the fuck? How didn't you not see this? Hold on, y'all. Is that Dior coffee and Fendi shades? You asked for this. You asked for this.
Hey y'all,
Where did you get that? Wait, this is a casual day in Atlanta?
On Instagram, it's called Toast Noir. And you guys, it was actually really nice. The decor.
Is that a black truck? Always remember you're the prize. Minimum 500,000 salary. Yeah, you must not be that bright. The girl's expensive. That's your car? And you thought you can get a lifestyle ATL girl? No, so what do you think she's gonna do when a guy pulls up with a Mercedes-Benz AMG?
She wanna have sex, of course. She asks if her feelings are valid. Of course. Baby, your feelings are valid. Of course.
Dang.
Mm, damn.
Damn.
I just gotta. Before I get into your reaction, for Zoe and JR, I do want to tap in with the comments. Shelly said it's always money. Yes, it is. Moni Watches says, if he was taking her on lavish trips and dates, I can understand how she could be turned off if he doesn't keep it up. Shelly said, or we know people be putting on for the net. She could have presented her real self to this man. That's true. That's true as well. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Old buddy was pretty harsh on Mr. Elijah there. And it really gave me JR vibes. He was just his vibe was very JR ish. So I figured you would agree with him, but I don't want to assume too much like women typically do. So why don't you give us your take on his breakdown of this breakup?
What do you mean JR vibe ish though? Like what is
He
that?
gave he gave like menace vibes. He gave unforgiving vibes. He gave this is the world, bucko. Get the fuck over it. That's what he gave.
Oh, you talking about the guy who was responding to it? No,
Yeah.
yeah, no, for real though. Dude, he should have known better. He should have known better. That's unacceptable as a man to not understand, you know what I'm saying, that type of woman. Definitely if you're trying to date her, or I mean, if you're trying to take it serious though, I'm gonna tell you, God work in mysterious ways. You know, he not there to just give you everything you want. He gonna show you how to work. He is you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure that you do everything right that you can, and pick better. You know what I'm saying? That woman probably not a very holy woman. Let's be honest.
Look, if
Greed is a sin.
he
That's all I'm
he
saying.
he definitely should have picked better for real because like it's one thing if he tried to holler at her and then that type of thing happened, then it's kind of like, bro, like what you expected. Like, look at her lifestyle. Like, you're approaching her, letting her, allowing her mind to be like, okay, like he wants me, so he's gonna do whatever it takes to get me and keep me. So if her mind's stuck in a certain type of way already before you walked up to her, then you're gonna have to come with all of those things that she's expecting or whatever the case is. But now she tried him and she got the Dior and the Gucci and the Louis and she living that type of lifestyle. She tried him. Then it comes down to like that conversation would have to be had. Like, what is she expecting out of him? Or
Mm,
she would have to. That would be on her decision on like picking the type of dude. Like, is he gonna try to go? Is he motivated to get his lifestyle a certain way, or does he got the drive and all of these different things that she got to look at, or whatever the case is? But now, if she tried to hit at him and then she turned around and did that, oh, your bag ain't up, then it's kind of like, down. That's kind of like that's sour. Like you,
well, I
you,
think I mean at the end of the day, when you're the truth is we don't know. So I do want to put that disclaimer out there. Neither one of them have really said in detail how they really initially got together. Maybe that was on a live one time and I missed it. But as far as their breakup, neither one of them have fully confirmed this in fact was the sole reason that we ended things. So we don't know that it's purely off of money, but by the comments made online, this is everybody's assumption. So since that's the assumption, that's what we're reacting to and that's what we're going to talk about tonight.
She
I
probably
do want to
cheated.
say from watching them, say what?
She probably cheated.
I don't think so because he mentioned on the again the only thing that he mentioned was I don't feel like I was given enough grace in the financial department. I'm a young man. I'm not without means, but I'm just not, at a certain level that she may have expected me to be at. And it's important to note he's 25 years old, right? He doesn't have much of a support system and he is extremely elevated from where he started if his story is true of him being homeless and, not being with his family anymore and
See
things
how
like
that
that.
worked?
So he is successful in his own right. If you look at his content, we don't know what anybody's bank account truly looks like, but he looks like he stays in a nice area. He's got nice things, nice clothes. He takes himself on nice outings, vacations and stuff, even outside of his relationships. So this isn't a man who's like on brokey level, at least not by the way that he's presenting himself online. So they also presented their relationship as being God focused and God led. Now, I don't know how many of us understand too much about that or that concept, whether you believe or not, but that would lead me to believe you're not as materialistic as other couples would be. So with that being the understanding, do you feel like if you are a more spiritually focused, centered couple, that you should be focusing on finances if you both are doing fine?
Of course, I think finances are everything. When it comes to a relationship, not everything, but I definitely think it's a big stress reliever, right? And it all depends on how much you think you're valued, right? So she probably thinks she's valued a lot more than what she actually is value possible. This nigga. But at the end of the day, we really don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what her finances is. We don't know what his finances is specifically, but she might think she's valued way above. And you know, I think if they foundation is supposed to be based on religion and faith, then it would have worked out that way. But they're clearly not. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do a good job in building that foundation for them in the relationship. So yes, and I put it on him because men are the ones that control a relationship. So it's
But
his
you
fault.
can't control a person. So that's ultimately, and we don't know who ended it. He
Yeah,
could have
but he
been the
should have
one
never
that
been in
ended
that
it.
relationship. If he would have known better, he would have known that the foundation was flawed or not right. Like all if she lies to you, I don't care if she lies to you. If you believed it, you're the one that need to be taking accountability.
But me personally, maybe it's 2024. It's the era of 50-50, right? Welcome in, Panda. What's up? Not worth the comment. What's the topic tonight? Right now we are talking about this viral breakup that occurred. I don't even know how to, because it's multi-layered. So we're talking about whether finances matter, and more importantly, especially if you are in a spiritual or God-led, God-focused relationship. I think that's kind of where my mind goes. And we're already in a 50-50 era to begin with. Look, Shorty Ben had the bag. Shorty Ben had the means to do what she wanted before she was in a relationship with him. So it's not just I'm able to get by. I'm living lavish, at least by how she's presenting it. And him as well. It doesn't appear like it's just me getting by. I'm able to do the vacations and do the extra things. At what point are you just like, okay, now you're being too greedy? Because if both of us are doing well separately until we're married, how much do my finances really matter to you? Again, they weren't in a relationship for a year. This is still a fairly new relationship. So if you can't go to a 5-star restaurant every single time, what does that say about you if that then becomes an issue?
I mean,
Hold on, look.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead,
Go
so.
ahead. Look, I listen. This is to any and everybody. I don't care if you're male, female. I don't care if you 80 years old. I don't care if you 19 years old.
Mm.
Get with somebody that's gonna help you build. That should be the goal, for you to have a partner that's gonna help you build. It doesn't matter eh, now who you pick and the type of person you pick. That's all depending on you and what you're going for, what you look for, what you're willing to accept. But the whole goal is to find a building partner. Like, I mean, if we talking marriage, that's till death do you part. Like a building partner to death do you part. Now, if somebody not upholding their end based on the agreements when y'all first met, this, that, and the third, then okay, yeah, cool. But if we talking from about finances, like if okay, like if you meet me, if a female meet me and my finances is not exactly what she wants or what she expects or whatever the case is, then she should look at the points of, am I trying to make a better life for myself? Do I have goals? Am I working towards something and it just didn't kick in yet? Am I like am I motivated? Do I got those drives and etc.? Don't
Can
look
I
at the
ask you
fact
something?
what
Can I ask you something? How long is a woman expected to wait for you to fulfill the potential that you may or may not have?
I think
A
I
month.
think I think I think a month.
A month.
A
Tops.
month. Okay. Well, I wasn't gonna give an exact time frame. I think this is my opinion. But one, I think it depends on what that person is going after. First off, I think what a woman should look for is he actually trying to get there, and
Yeah, but trying
is
and
he
doing
very
are two
time
different
out
things.
that huh?
Yeah.
Trying and doing are two different things.
Like being there,
Elaborate.
like being there and then trying to get there are two different things. They're two different
Right.
people.
Okay, oh, that's
When I'm
but listen to what you just said. You just said being there and trying to get there.
Yeah.
Of course, that's different.
right, no,
But
but this is what I'm
doing and
saying.
trying, how is doing and trying two different things? Because if he's doing, it's even though whatever he's doing may not be guaranteed to work, that doesn't change the fact that he's trying to get to a specific point.
Well, no, she's talking about like, let's say you want to become an NBA player. If you're doing
Uh-huh.
it, as in you're already an NBA player, and then you're trying to, as in you're attempting to become one, doing training, all this other stuff, they're two different things. One's in a process to do it, and the other one's already doing it. That's what she's trying to
Okay,
say.
but I'm specifically talking about if you meet a man and he's in the process.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Fuck
but
that
that's what
potential.
but that's still what I'm asking, because the process could look different for anybody. You have some people who start the process one day and within 90 days they see it to fruition, or you see a significant change. There's other people, they could start it and then it may take them a year, 2 years.
Okay,
Every
now
situation is circumstantial. So my thing is, what is the baseline if we were to say to women, hey, women, you need to be with a man as long as he's trying to? Well, then at that point, we have now, depending on how long it takes him and how patient you expect me to be, now I caught feelings. Now I'm in love with you. We may even have children, and you're still trying to get there, but
okay,
you still haven't
now
gotten
hold
there. So
on,
when
hold
am
on.
I allowed to dip?
So no. You're allowed to dip whenever you want to, whether
Hold
he
on.
trying or not. You could dip whenever you
That's the
want to.
point. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So now let me say this. This is what needs to be looked at. Is he self-aware enough to be like, I know I tried, I did everything that I could possibly do in this realm, and that just may not be for me. God may not just have that specific thing for me. So let me go try to do something totally different now and see how that kick. Because obviously you got responsibilities, you got bills, you got to take care of yourself. Now that you have a spouse, you got to take care of your spouse. Now that you got kids, you got to make sure that they're secured.
That is too
So
much time. I got to interrupt you. That's too much
what you
time.
mean?
That's too much time. That's what I'm saying. It's too much time for you to be trying to figure it out. If women are looking for a man to be able to come in and provide, and she sees for whatever reason, yeah, you might be trying to, but there really isn't that much motion, or you're not already able to provide, which is
And
where a
like I
lot of this
said,
is coming from, right? Let me finish. If you're not able to provide, to ask her to stay for an unknown amount of time until you figure it out leaves the door open for attachments to be made unnecessarily, right? Because as a man, you should be able to provide, period. That's part of your role in that relationship. And as a woman, like, you would want her to not try not to be a hoe. You would want her to not be a hoe. You wouldn't want her to try to not have 5 different baby daddies. You would want her to have no baby daddies. So women don't have that much grace to like be trying to. Men, unfortunately, this is part of what's under your umbrella 9 times out of 10. So to ask a woman to stay with a man who's trying to is a huge risk for women. I just want to put that out there.
okay, well, if that's the case, then just get with a guy that already got it, like
Yep.
JR said,
That's the point. That's the
and
point. Right.
and don't be upset if that same dude that already got it treats you accordingly to the fact of you didn't give a fuck when I was trying. So I could treat you as such, however, whatever that may mean, because you didn't care when I was trying. So when I got it, don't try to make it seem like that you should reap all the fruits of this labor.
Well, that's if she denied you and then you go, she takes you after you get the money, right?
Okay,
That's
so
what you're talking about.
but what's the chances of you meeting somebody at a specific? If you go meet LeBron James, this man is a billionaire at this point, and you mean to tell me that throughout that whole process of him going through all, unless you're at his caliber with him, there is no, he's not gonna look at you. You can't expect him to. You can't expect him to look at you or treat you a specific type of way. If when he met you, you ain't have as much, or you still working at a career that you're only making 60, 70, 80,000 a year. He's a billionaire.
Men don't expect a woman to be their equal. They in fact prefer us to be lesser than.
There, how many rich men go get a completely broke girl?
A lot of them. Actually,
A
all
lot.
of them. Damn near all of them. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think
I think we
okay.
And how
we
many
I
of
can
think
them?
date some
And how
McDonald
many of
bitches.
them? and how many of them are only gonna be with that one girl that was broke or that didn't have really no potential to really do anything? Because at,
No,
at,
that's
at
true.
that
Okay, so
point,
are
she's
you
gonna feel
trying
you're
to
set
say
because he's gonna already feel like, well, she's gonna
I
already
just
feel like you're set. So I should be able to just stay home and take care of the kid. That's an automatic. She may think that. She may not try to still be on your level or okay, you got $1 billion. Let me try to go to school for something and help you keep that billion in motion or make it to where you don't have to work and that billion is still gonna last. It's still gonna be here.
Debatable.
I'm still trying to figure out where the benefit of being with it. Now, this is me just playing devil's advocate. I want to say that. But I get into relationships for different reasons. But for those who are concerned about finances, where's the benefit for that woman to be with a trying man versus a man who's already established? How do women benefit from being with a man who's trying and not actively in it and doing it?
Building something with a partner? Are you looking for love or are you looking for money? Which we live in a world that's a loaded question. Don't even answer that question because we live in a world where that shit don't even matter today. That shit don't even matter today. So
Look,
don't even answer that question.
you can
I
go
think it
ahead.
does. Part of the story here is that the internet, as far as TikTok is concerned, the people who are giving their 2 cents on it, it's kind of divided. You have the want
Hold
the
on, G.
relationship to grow and they're more focused on love. What happened?
All right, now run that back. I don't know what you did, but you had went out for a second and now
What
you back with us.
happened?
You went out and now you back with us.
Well, Jesus. Anyways,
He's
um
where's he at?
it's happening all October. But my computer is a piece of shit though, so we're working on it. Subscribe, get us to 250 subscribers so I can get a better computer and we won't have these issues. So, anyways, before I try to run it back, let me go to the comments. What's up, the damn con? Welcome into Life with G podcast. He said, "Not many." Detron, what's good? Welcome, welcome. Say you're the damn. Jesus. The damn con said nope because she going to eat off you if you have money. That's true. But I think that's part of like the discussion is you have the internet divided where they're like she shouldn't have cared about money because this was supposed to be a God-centered relationship, which is where you don't prioritize materialistic things as much. That could be a debate in itself. Should Christians care about money? But then you have the other side of it. That's I don't know if they even have a spiritual base, but they're not really concerned with that. They're just like, you gotta have money. You gotta pay to play. If you want to fuck with a pretty girl, you want to fuck with a bad bitch, you want to fuck with a girl that's got a Dior coffee, which I don't know if y'all peep that, but Dior coffee is insane. You want to fuck with a bitch like that, you gotta come with money, and it don't matter what God you pray to. If you ain't got the money, you ain't keep the girl. And it's a very it's interesting to see because I figured a lot of men would have his back, but that was not the case. A lot of men dogged him more than the women have in the comments.
As they should.
Man, we and bruh, I'm pretty sure bruh agrees with that concept. We live in a world where money ruled everything. Now let me be realistic. Everybody in the world ain't finna make it to be rich. Not financially at least. Everybody not gonna make it to be a consistent millionaire or billionaire.
Yeah.
Everybody not gonna make it that high. Some people I know somebody right now, cause one of my drives is I want to be a millionaire, billionaire. I want to get to the highest level financially as I possibly can while I'm living on earth. I got a homeboy that I had a conversation with him at that time. I was chilling with him, and I asked him. I was like, we ended up talking about money and like people chasing after the love of money and this, that, and the third or whatever. And I mind you, my argument is I'm trying to be rich. I want to be one of the richest men to walk on this earth. Like that's what I'm aiming for. And bro was like, nah, bro. Like I want to be financially free. I want to be stable. I don't want to be rich. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
why? I'm looking at him like he retarded. Like what? Why? And he was like, nah, because money brings a lot of things. Like money come with a lot of things. Having that level of money comes with so much things. And he was being honest. Like he was just like, I don't want to deal with that. I just want to be able to take care of mine, take care of me, my wife, if I get one, my kids when I have my house. Everything is guaranteed set and live comfortable. Live like a regular
Mm.
person. I just want to make sure everything's secure, but I want to live like a regular person.
Yeah, and a
But
lot
I
of women
think,
want that too. A lot.
No, a
I'm
lot
talking
of
about a
but
lot of
there's
women want that.
not a lot of women want rich niggas. A lot of nigga
No,
want a nigga that could go blow fifty
but I
thousand
think
and not stress.
nah,
But
nigga.
to
a nigga to live comfortable in the world today, to live comfortable, you might not be able to go blow 50,000 and not stress.
But that's what it's about though. It's the not stressed part. Women don't care about all that shit as long as they're not stressed. That's the problem with it. They don't want to be
But
stressed.
I think where a lot of this division is a lot of these men who are reacting, not to speak for y'all, but at least the messages that you portray, I didn't hear anything about having a faith base or what it's like to even navigate a space like that. If you're in a worldly relationship, you're in an everyday relationship, you meet somebody, you fucking, you doing all these things, cool. You may get together, you may get married, all that stuff, but even if you reach to the point of we walk down that aisle together, a relationship that has a spiritual foundation that's putting God at the center of it is a whole different ball game. Your moral, like your values are different. The way that you should be looking at each other, the grace that you give each other is different.
If they
So I
believe it.
think that's kind of like back to that is where some of that division is. A lot of these men are like, you stupid, you dumb, you should have known better. But how could you say that? Because to a man who has God at the center, he's not that focused material things. And he's looking at her character and he's more worried about his character than the money in his pocket. He knows he can be a good man. He's prayed on it, right? He sees that he can financially support her. But so what if right now I can't afford the glitz, the glam, all the extra or doing it that consistently? We're supposed to be focused on God. And baby, guess what? What God gives, he can turn around and take away. So tomorrow's not promised. So we're gonna live for today. It's a whole different ballgame, and these men aren't getting that. They're not understanding it, and I feel like that's why they're going in. But his
First,
motivations for being in this relationship are different than other earthly men because he prayed about it. He was intentional with it.
Nah, fuck all that shit. What you want me to say? You want me to go down Reddit and be
are
like, yeah,
you?
that's it,
I'm
right?
not
I'm
gonna ask
rocking.
you. I'm not gonna ask you if you're
I
like,
am
what do you
religion.
believe in?
Yeah, I'm religious. I believe in God.
I don't believe in religion. I believe in God. I believe in having a relationship with God, and that's what I'm working on. That's my drive. That's what I'm working towards. So
That's
whenever
all
I do
religion.
like
That's
read
all
the
religion
Bible,
is, bro. Religion is just faith. That's all it is.
no, 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 no. Religion is the practice of something.
Yeah, you could practice religion, but I'm saying though, like the whole basis of religious
Like I say,
religion is faith though, is believing in that higher power. That's what it really is. It's truly believing that higher power. And I do believe in that higher power, and I believe that he's watching me, and that's why I tend to try to do my best. And I fall short sometimes, as a human does. We have flaws, but I truly believe that. And I don't believe that everybody else is supposed to think like me. So if I find a woman that's not religious, that's cool, but I'm not going to be blinded by my own religion or my own faith to sit there and say, okay, bet she goes to church, she has to be like me. Oh, she prays, she has to be like me. She reads the Bible, she has to be like me. At the end of the day, she's still a woman.
oh, that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing to think. And you walking into it blindly thinking. If anybody that does think like that, you already walking into that situation blind anyway.
But that's why I would call him dumb and stupid. You know what I'm saying? She has the tendencies of somebody who would do exactly what she did if she left. You know what I'm saying? If she left, she has the tendencies to do that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yeah, like I don't believe in that whole build stuff. And nah. As a man, you do the best you can. You do what you're supposed to do. You work on
So
yourself.
you don't believe
And
in
women's a
having a helpmate?
byproduct. Hmm?
You don't believe in having a helpmate?
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they want
Okay,
to be that.
so
Like,
so
they
so
have their own
so
choice.
when so you say you're religious, Christian, I would assume,
Hmm.
yeah. Okay, so when Adam and Eve were put on Earth, you think Adam and Eve was already rich?
That's
They
that's
wasn't worried about. bills back then.
And
Come
you
I
saw
on.
she
understand.
eat
No,
the
we're not
apple.
talking bills. We're not talking bills, but we're not talking bills. We're not
Yeah.
talking bills. We talking specifically about like just him having some type of wealth that's outside of the fact of his love for God, and he's gonna strive to be the man that God created him to be.
I understand what you're saying, but that's not what is today, though. I get what you're saying, but again, she still ate that apple for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, these women, they're
She
not.
ate the
They're
apple because she disobeyed God.
yeah,
That's
but
the
they're not.
reason.
Women are not supposed to build, bro. I don't know why people think
No,
this. I'm not saying
no,
they
no, no, no,
can't,
no. That's
but they're
not what
not
I'm saying.
supposed to.
No,
But
that's not what I'm
I
saying. That's
just
not
So,
even
but
what
I'm
I'm
only
getting
going
at.
off of what you've been saying the whole time about the potential, about the build,
No.
about the whole thing. I am letting you know that men are supposed to do what they're supposed to do, and then women are a byproduct of men doing what they're supposed to do. It's not supposed to be a you do the best you can as a woman, I do the best I can as a
Do you
man. We
think?
meet up there. Nah.
Do you think a woman is a great manager?
What do you I don't even know what that means, nigga. I think a
Do you
woman
think
could be a
okay,
manager.
like
Yeah,
so
she could be a
you
manager.
no. I would pick a female manager. If we talking about finances, I'll pick a female manager over a male manager any day,
Why?
because anything that you give a woman, she multiplies it.
No, that's
And
too
what I
broad.
mean by that, now what I mean by that is not saying that if I was to go give a female 100,000, she's gonna go work and make it 500,000. No, if I bring her 100,000, of course she's gonna take care of what needs to be taken care of in the household, but she will also if I'm missing something, or if I'm trying to come up with an idea of something, she will help motivate that idea. Like, hey, babe, since we got this 100,000, I think we should take 20,000 and put it over here and do this with it. And the man be like, oh shit, and he go put in the labor and do that shit. He go actually
Bro, what the
build
hell are
on
you
that
talking?
shit.
Nigga,
And
you are being delusional if you think that
how is
that's
that delusional?
bro, that's not women in general. That's not that's like a small minority of women are going to
So
goddamn take your
when
100,000 and
I feel
motherfucking
like
when
we're
you were
getting off
married,
track.
how?
Oh no, continue,
yeah,
continue.
when you're
When
married.
you when you were married, did your wife have any like any vision of your finances, or did you get like for instance, I know some people that are married and they have a bank account, a joint bank account, but every time they get paid, they'll get a check to their wife, and the wife
Nah,
put it
fuck
in the
that
bank
shit.
account
Hell
and
nah.
put it in savings.
No.
So how was that for you?
My money is our money, her money is her money, but I am the one who
I didn't.
controls the
That's not what I'm.
finances. That's what I'm trying to say
Okay.
is that like
But
I'm not going to withhold or financially abuse anybody. I'm just saying when it comes to that, that's a man's job, and the relationship is to manage the relationship, and finances is part of it.
just to bring it back, we're talking about not only like the Christian aspect of it or like the spiritual aspect of it, but we're talking about the dating phase. This is not marriage.
Yeah.
When you're dating, I don't personally believe that you should be digging into my pockets like that. What I choose to spend on you is what I choose to spend on you. What you choose to spend on me is what you choose to spend on me. And if I feel like for whatever reason, you not spending what I want you to spend or anything like that, cool. I don't have to fuck with you no more.
Facts.
You feel me?
I get
But
that.
I don't think you should be in each other's pockets like that. So that kind of again brings me back to
Why shouldn't you though?
I don't understand how he should have had the expectation of her to do what she did when she's not you're not, baby, you're not his wife.
But why shouldn't you be
You're
in
not
his
his wife, and
pockets?
y'all haven't even been dated for a year. Y'all not on a lease together, anything like that. My thing is, it's not that he wasn't doing for her. And
Hold
whatever
on.
status or whatever expectation she has, right? She clearly, based off of her page, she was able to do it herself. So, at what gives women the right to turn around and be like, this is the amount that you better spend on me in the dating phase if the man is able to take you on dates? He's able to do vacation. Y'all are doing it. How
Now,
much more do you need?
let me ask you a question. If first of all, any man, I don't care if you're rich or if you're working on getting rich or if you're poor, any female, this is my opinion. if you come to me and you off rip saying shit like, I expect for you to spend 20,000 on me every 6 months. Off rip, I ain't gonna want to fuck with you just because you even think like that. To me that's crazy. To me that's crazy. So now I agreed with you, G, because the simple fact of if she feels like that, she can leave if she want to. I agree. Of course you can. If you choose to leave, you should, cause that's your choice. But if you come in
Not
with
a,
that
I,
expectation,
I I'm gonna be honest. I think how this may have went down was this is a man who has means to do for his own and take himself out to nice places, etc. and so on. Thing happened was they got together, attracted to each other, whatever. They bonded over their like mindedness and shit, right? They pray about it, put God at the center, all that good shit. They're infatuated with each other. He's able to do the nice things. So what's he doing? He's taking the trips. He's dropping on her because he's got something to prove, right? And then now they're consistent. Now they've been together for a minute. They're comfortable being able to sustain that, not just for yourself, but for two people. Dating is expensive. So being able to sustain that for that long in a long-term relationship is like, okay, and they were long distance. So a lot of trips were being made. He probably looked at her and figured, got her, we're in love, right? We're putting God at the center. I'm recognizing that we're spending too much going out. We're spending too much. So maybe we need to cut back on the trips. Or maybe we need to cut out this vacation so that way we can do more of this, put back into building for our future, because today we need to save a little bit. And I guarantee you that started he couldn't keep up the appearances and he thought it was safe. And with women, unfortunately, you never quite know when you're safe. And she decided that wasn't enough. That's what I think happened.
with a
I don't think
female,
she initially thought money was going to be a concern. It wasn't until he pulled back that she was like, oh, never mind. Because he was able to do for her before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
he
That's
probably
cool.
was faking and flogging. He
I
was
don't think
probably
it's
just trying to keep
faking.
up.
It's just there's a
It
difference
is
between
faking if your bank account can't take them type of hits, and
it's not, it's not.
you're not being a man and responsible, because that shows a lack of responsibility. So if you're not being responsible and you're like, okay, I'm trying to keep up with this, so I'm gonna keep digging and digging and spending and
He
spending.
didn't. He didn't. He didn't allow her to make him go broke. He was being proactive and saying, "Hey, yeah, we could do this, but we've been doing this for 9 months. 9 months of doing this is different than every here and there. I'm going to choose to save a little bit. Yeah, we could keep doing this, but instead of just living paycheck to paycheck, let's make it go longer."
Hold on,
That's what I'm
my bad.
saying.
G,
And
are you
and at that
defending
point, I
him?
feel like
A little
I
bit,
Oh,
am
okay.
a
a
little
hundred
bit, yeah.
percent.
I didn't know which
But
side you
I
was
am a
on
hundred
to a
percent
degree.
because
let's
no, I'm not on the female side on this. If this is the reason, I'm not on her side because again, it's not like they're struggling. These are people that are above the average means. They're doing very well.
Yeah.
She was not like it just goes back to greed. And if your relationship
if
is what
God
it
is in the
is,
center, if God is in the center, that wouldn't have been a thing if we talking about the finances.
But he
If God
wasn't.
was really in the center, if God was sincerely in the center, she would know her role as a godly woman, as what God designed her to be for herself, and he would as what God designed him to be for himself. If God was in the center of it,
But they wasn't.
and there would be, but
but just because you have God in your life doesn't mean that you're acting as such 24/7 in the sense of people constantly have to work on themselves regardless of what they believe in and what they practice.
I
Also
So
true.
mean,
they could have
God
God
requires
centered
that.
at right. But what I'm saying is not all of us do everything that God requires of us. That's why we're sinful. That's why we have sin and we repent and all of that jazz because we are sinful in nature. So to expect people to, okay, I have God at the center, but because we have God at the center, that means that they're immune to greed and other things that are going to tempt them in life. No, it's going to happen. So I don't want to say that they weren't God focused, but you can be influenced by a lot of shit that's going on.
Uh, uh, uh,
Facts.
uh, women and men will both lose good people that they really should be with because of, like you saying, the greed and the sin. And because there will be a point in time, if really he was really that man that really God really needed her to be with a type of person like that, in the long run, whenever whatever hardships come later, she's gonna think about him. And same thing vice versa. Same thing vice versa, because the simple fact of, if God really ordained for you, if that was really his rib, and you looked at the financial standpoint, because he couldn't keep taking you to these $500 dinners every single night. He couldn't take you to that $5,000 resort for every two weekends that pass. Like, that's gonna put a real
So,
dent, and that shows the love of money.
okay, so are you saying that if that was actually ordained by God, that they wouldn't have broken up? Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is, if their focus really was on God, they would have been praying and asking God,
Who's
if
to say
this
that
really
they
my. I'm not saying they wasn't. I'm not
right?
saying they wasn't. What I am saying is, if that's who God really had
But you
meant for them, they wouldn't have. I don't think that would have been something for them to break up over.
okay? So that's exactly what I said at the beginning of this, and I'm gonna go to the comments. Moni Watches said the idea of being rich is capitalism at work. She said not all women, unless you're trying to figure out the financial responsibility your partner has. There's no need to know that. Bailey Baffle says, is it love or a partnership? That's a good question. Also, welcome in, Bailey. Ow, ow. Moni said, if you had more money, you would spend like that to court a woman, though. True. Bailey said, some men like to pay because they know that they are getting like a contract, but most of us don't want to be bought. We want to be earned. What's up, Kenneth? Welcome in. Kenneth said, most of the time, it's not about love anymore. It's about one can bleed out of the one that has the most. What you can bleed out of the one that has the most. Okay. Monique said, which is why men shouldn't lead with their money. That's true as well. Not worth a comment said, majority females got men thinking flexing money is what gets you a wife. That's also true.
Damn.
She being materialistic. That's very true. That is very, very, very true. I think the comment, Zoe, that you had made, a lot of people are questioning, if God was at the center, then how could this have happened? And making fun of him, Christians and other people making fun of him for even praying for a wife, which is a very interesting take. This is a
They,
3 minute
they,
long
they was
rant. We got
laughing.
the other video, right?
They was
Yeah, we
laughing
got
at
the other
him.
video.
They was laughing at him for
Laughing at
that.
him. Yep. And we're going to get into that in just a moment if we got the video up. Now, this is a 3 minute long rant. We're going to cut it after her major statement. If you guys do want to go check it out, you can see on the screen who it is. But yeah, let's get into what some of the Christian content creators are saying about this situation.
Baby, let me tell you how I feel about this situation. Since it's on TikTok, baby, it's all business at this point. I feel like when Elijah, I hope I'm saying his name right, when he was doing all that dear wife praying and this and that, instead of praying for a motherfucking wife, he held up the prayer line for a bitch. That man should have been praying for stability, a peace of mind, guidance. God, please, mold me to becoming a good husband. You need to be praying for some shit like that. So God was like, you know what, son, you a little bit impatient. It was like God said, damn, here you go. Here go a woman for you. I'ma see what you finna do. Because baby, you holding up the line, you holding up the prayer line, baby. Cause you should have been asking
Yeah,
God to
no, we
mold
can
you.
cut her off right there. There is no prayer line. All the prayers get heard, damn it. Anyways. So that's an interesting take, and I've heard other Christian content creators give feedback that was rougher than that, which is just crazy to me. JR, what do you think about her response to the situation?
She's absolutely right. That's exactly what I've been saying this whole time, is that the man over here trying to wish for a woman, he need to go ahead and do what he got to do, and women are going to be a byproduct of what you do as a man. Instead of out here trying to always try to chase a woman, how about you go chase success? How about you go chase comfort? How about you go chase other things as a man, and then women are gonna come through. That's how it is. And then you pick them out of the lineup of which one has the best morals and one you want to take care of and die for. That's how you're supposed to be as a man. Instead, he out here, please give me a woman because he felt like he was there. Well, guess what? You didn't court this woman correctly. And that's your fault because you ain't out here and value yourself. So because he didn't value himself, he let this woman come in there, you know what I'm saying, use up some of his resources, and then she gone.
Whoa. I don't like what you're saying right now. Why is it that in all the responses that I've seen with this, that because he chose to say, God, if it's your will, then
Oh, gee.
Yeah, your connection acting up right now.
oh my gosh, I don't even think it's me at this point. I think it's the devil because every time I talk about Jesus, it's cutting off.
Yeah, that's because you're trying to.
I'm gonna say
some
this
stuff and
anyway.
then- Go ahead. God don't like ugly.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, Jr. Don't do
God
that.
don't like ugly.
It's
Don't
not
do that,
God don't
JR.
like ugly. You hush your
Don't
mouth.
do that, JR.
No, but it's the devil. The devil does shit like this. There's this weird assumption that he couldn't do both of those things, that he couldn't be working on himself and also praying that if he were to encounter a woman, that it be a good woman and potentially a wife. Why can't he pray for both things? Why can't he work toward, because he was single. It wasn't like he was like, oh, I'm just going to be out here all willy-nilly. Like, he was intentional. He intentionally dated her. He prayed about it. And then he decided to get in a relationship. I don't see why relationships is synonymous with not working on yourself. You can still work on yourself and find someone and be in a relationship with them.
If you work on yourself, then you would have known the value. And if he's actually valuable, then that woman would have been not acceptable for him. That woman's not even acceptable for me after looking at the page the other dude saw. When I saw that, I'm like, the fuck? Bitch, I will never take you serious. You completely be recreational use. One, you live in Atlanta. Off rip, any woman that live in Atlanta, I'm not taking serious. That's off rip.
Here we go.
If you single in Atlanta, you got me fucked up. Off rip.
I think honestly, if I be honest,
that's off of judgment, assumptions.
Well,
that's off of prejudice.
That's how the
and
world
shit.
works.
Again,
The world works off judgment.
But okay, pero mira,
we are in it. We are not of it.
Que socio.
Thank you. And that's what I'm gonna say. If he's going into this and he's praying about it, he's not going to allow a lot of these initial like blockades that people put up, right? These hard no's. He's not going to allow that as much as somebody else would. Especially if she's presenting herself as a good woman. And this isn't to say that she's not a good woman. They just didn't work. They just weren't right for each other. But he's going to give that situation more grace. He's not going to be like, oh, you're an ATL, which means you couldn't be sent from God. No, God has done crazier things than that. Why wouldn't he send you a woman from Atlanta and let you fall in love?
Gee, you only heard the Atlanta part. I'm talking about the entire social. If you're on, again, I don't even want my girl on social media. The fact that you have a whole social media base off rip, yeah, no, you're already a no-go.
If we talking about God here, we talking about God here. Come on, like I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie. I think
about God though. I'm talking about the realization of what he did, which is he prayed for a woman and then accepted that woman and all the flaws that anybody else would have saw. But he didn't want to see them. That has nothing to do with God. That had to do with him and his inexperience. That's what it really comes down to.
Ooh.
We gonna really be surprised?
What if, wait a minute.
Let me hear it.
What if he absolutely was listening to God? And what if God absolutely was like, son, this is the woman that is right for you right now?
That's not true.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to. Hold on. Don't tell me. Give me a second. Let me cook for a second, okay?
Oh, in the kitchen.
Because in every situation that you go through in life, right, it can be a lesson. And God is constantly teaching us lessons. And if you're a believer, you believe that. So who's to say that relationship isn't what God wanted him to do for that point in time? And he did lead him there. So that way he could grow from that situation to be better for his wife that's coming.
Cool.
You can't say that he wouldn't do that. So to be like, if you really a man of God, if you really had like discernment and shit like that, then he was somehow supposed to say no if he was being God led to go for that woman. That's what I'm
cool.
saying.
Look, that's
You're
cool.
not going to let those red flags get to you as much.
That again, his mistakes are still his mistakes, regardless of if God sent them mistakes or not. You still made a mistake. And from the outside looking in, I and a lot of the men would not have made that mistake. And if they would have, I'd have called them stupid too. They just as dumb as him.
If you meet a stripper tomorrow, because you've said that they're not whatever. I mean, you wouldn't really consider them recreational use, right?
Yeah, for sure.
If you meet a stripper tomorrow, which by the way, Life with G podcast supports strippers. If you meet a stripper tomorrow and you're attracted to her or whatever, you're like, it's just recreational. And for whatever reason, next time y'all hang out, right? You love God, you're tapped in, you pray, you're devout. You feel like you are being led to continue to talk to her, and for whatever reason, you hear God telling you, you know what, JR, that's your wife. That's your wife right there. You're going to tell God no?
Yeah.
If that's what you believe.
Yeah.
If that's what you believe.
Yeah. For sure.
That's not how you're supposed to do it, JR.
No, that's exactly how you're supposed to do
it, JR.
That's why you're gonna stay. And that's why you're gonna always stay where you at.
Nah, if God has to literally come down, and I have to literally, not in no dream, he has to come down while I'm on a podcast, and I hit him with the, my Lord, and then he has to literally tell me, JR, Sparkles, that is the woman that I have chosen for you. And yes, my Lord. And guess what? Then I'll go and boo up Sparkles then. But if you telling me that I just feel this way, nah, I'm straight. Nah,
I don't,
bro.
Logic
don't work that way.
She didn't say Phil. She didn't say Phil.
Yes, she did.
She said God. She said God
Phil
was telling him directly.
She told me Phil, is what I'm saying.
And that sounded like a little bit of temptation. Not temptation. What's the word? You know the story in the Bible when the devil was tempting Jesus and he was like, "Oh, if you're really the Messiah, then let me see you do this, and if you're really the Messiah, let me see you do that." So it's God works in mysterious ways. We all sat here and said it, which is facts.
Yeah.
So you never know if you are the one that would change that stripper's life. You are the one that stop her from thinking those
or that stripper
ways.
Changes your life.
And same vice versa.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
But you're saying that if God genuinely put it in your heart that and he's showing you all signs, because let's be real, God is not. I'm not gonna say he won't. Because God do what he want to who and shows who he want to whoever he want to. Us as humans, we be missing nonsense.
It's some nonsense, nigga. How I know God did that? How do I know for a fact God put her in my heart?
How do you know your wife ain't a stripper?
Exactly.
Why do you keep going back to the wife? Oh no,
well,
pause,
no,
pause.
you right. How do I know these things?
I get it.
You're the one telling me that it's possible to just know because it just happens. I'm asking you, how do you know then?
I want to say this. There's different levels of faith for everybody. Everybody's faith looks differently. JR is not a walk by faith and not by sight type of person necessarily, because you want to see it. You want to see the proof in the pudding, right? Other people do walk by faith and not by sight. So there's levels to how it is that you practice and what it is that you believe. For this particular person, which a lot of people keep missing, it is a walk by faith, not by sight situation. So he's, again, if he truly feels God is telling me that this is my person in this moment.
I just want to make sure Zoe heard it this time too.
If he knows.
That's some feel shit.
What? That God? You said that God felt something?
No, you was listening.
No,
don't worry.
See, that's what happens when you don't pay attention.
Don't worry about it.
Lord, please forgive us.
I am paying
every
attention.
time I talk about you,
I'm asking specifically about what JR is talking about.
No, I was talking about G.
Right,
G said feel again, and you didn't hear it because
that she feels, or that God feels that that's her person.
Look, all I'm saying is, dude's dumb. Female act as anybody would have thought a female would act, and we supposed to hurt her for doing exactly what she do? No, he
I
was the
think
dumb one.
No, we're not gonna say that.
Well,
I
I
think
can't
he
say
just
he dumb.
learned a lesson. I don't think what he did was dumb. I don't think what he did was dumb. That's like you just, there's no reason for you to believe that that would be successful and you did it anyways. And he had a belief that it was, and it was led by his faith and other things. So I don't want to say that that's
So,
dumb.
did you ever
I don't
see
think
Bad Boys, the new Bad Boys that came out, the new one?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Damn, are you gonna see it? Cause I
I'm
want
in
to
that
spoil
movie,
it.
by the way.
I want to see it soon.
It's on Netflix, so I'm gonna spoil it anyway. Not the whole movie, just this
No.
one part. I said the one part. All right.
I'm in it. I'm in that movie.
Fine.
So look,
I just want to throw that out.
Martin Lawrence, he
You're in
said,
the movie?
yeah, he's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
it. He's an extra. Look,
Why didn't you
G,
tell me?
pay attention.
What?
Jesus.
Oh, now I gotta pay attention.
Now you have the what I call him, a grasshopper. You have
Well, because y'all talking like you already knew that shit, and how the fuck I don't know that shit? Well, whatever.
Anywho,
Go ahead.
in the movie, Martin Lawrence said, "It's not my time. God told me it's not my time," and he walked out into a busy street. What I'm trying to tell you is that only happens in a movie because that happens in a movie. If I told you, God tells me it's not my time because I feel like it, and I go walk out in the highway of a busy street, I'm getting hit by a car.
Nah. Let's be clear though, because in
And
the
you would
Bible
call
it
me
talk
stupid.
about testing, and in the Bible it talk about testing God like that, because God clearly says don't be foolish. That don't change the fact that the Bible says don't be foolish. God says do
Okay,
not
then.
be foolish concerning my word.
Okay, then.
So that doesn't mean if God told him it's really not his time, which clearly it wasn't. For him to get up and walk in the middle of a street, that was just foolish.
Bro, that's what I'm trying to say, is that even if it is such, foolish is foolish. The dude booing this girl up is foolish. And the fact that you're saying because God told him to doesn't make it not foolish. As you just said, it's foolish. He's an idiot. He's dumb. She did exactly what we all would have expected her to do, just like the Megan Good. I'm not Megan. It's Megan. Yeah, Megan Good and her husband, and they were going through tours of Christian relationship and all that stuff just for them to break up. They did seminars of this is how you stay in a relationship, build and blah 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 blah. They broke up. She's with fucking what's his name? Kane the Conqueror now, whatever the fuck that nigga name is. Jonathan Majors.
Yeah,
You see
but-
what I'm saying? Like that's not. It sounds good. It sounds good, but he should have never booed up that girl. Just
I
like
think we
old
all-
dude shouldn't have booed up Megan Good. No.
I honestly don't think that we should misconcept God's word at all. I don't think that we should underestimate God. Why did they break up? Is that known?
Look, bro. I ain't hear God talk to him. He heard God talk to him. So this ain't God's word. That's his saying. This is all hearsay now. So I don't care. I don't know if he
God.
heard it in a dream, in real life. I don't know. I'm just letting you know what
I
he's
think-
saying, he dumb. I ain't saying nothing about God not saying the right thing. I don't know if God talked to that nigga. I just know what he's saying, he dumb. And you trying to back him up, G, and I get what you're saying, because he still worked hard and he did good stuff and he probably has good morals.
What I'm
That don't make
saying
him
is,
not
if we
dumb.
want to, right? But if we want to take out the Christian aspect, let's take that out for just a moment. Let's table that portion of it, right? And we just focus on the dynamic of the relationship in a worldly way, in a materialistic way. Again, I'm gonna be frank, bitch, you greedy. It bitch is unnecessary, and that's not your husband, so you don't owe you shit. And it is a good thing that they ended, right? Because their priorities were different. And that's important for him to see now versus later. And it just sucks that he already invested all of that time.
And money.
I don't think that it is unnecessary for a man who might not be at the certain level that this female wants to assume, or hope at least, that based off of the friendship and bond that they've built up until that point, that since he does have a means, that she would be patient with him. I think that we need to get back to a place where we humanize humans again, because we ain't never been perfect. So baby, I don't know why you think anybody gonna be perfect right now, because even if that man is getting paid 6 figures, God forbid something happen tomorrow, he not able to upkeep that. And if the love is real, right, then that alone should not be the reason at the drop of a dime where you're like, okay, I'm out. And I just wish that people would learn to give each other more grace. We're gonna fuck up in relationships. I'm gonna disappoint you. I'm gonna get on your fucking nerves. But are we in this or are we in this? And that's all I'm saying. Stop investing in motherfuckers that don't invest in you as well.
What?
Shit.
I fucks with that, G. You know what? I do fucks with that. But fuck that nigga. He's stupid. Can't believe that nigga really did that shit. That shit is ridiculous. He had a goddamn bitty, and she looked good. Don't get me wrong, she do look good though. But he had a nice little bitty. And he ain't lead that woman. He probably let her walk all over him. Cause ain't no way I'm doing none of that stuff he was talking about. That shit ridiculous. I ain't rocking with him.
What stuff was he talking?
Anything. I'm talking about in general. I don't care if I got it or not.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? You not here to earn my money. You here to earn my last name. And that comes with something. So the fact that she over here playing game, bitch, please. I wish she would have. I wish she would have played with a real one. She picked the one to play with.
Let me ask a question to both of y'all. Now, if we talking about materialistic things and what people should look at as far as materialistically, let's just say a man do got $5 million, or he a millionaire. I ain't gonna put a specific number on the millions. Let's just say he's a millionaire and he could consistently get it for whatever reason it is. Doesn't matter how he's getting those millions.
Yeah.
Should that matter to the female?
Yeah.
Why? He's a millionaire. He could take care of her like she want to be taken care of her.
That don't matter. It's all about, are you still gonna be there? Don't get me wrong, money is important for stress list though, but ultimately that the money stops becoming
Hold on,
important.
you said stress list?
Yeah, for stress
You said stress list?
Yeah, for stress
So
list.
why is there people with money still committing suicide, terminating themselves?
Wait, where are we going with this? Where are we
That's
going
a
with
whole
this?
different. That's a whole different mental aspect, though. If you're looking at just the money part, you have to understand what money looks like. Money looks like security, right? And that's stuff that women want. That's why I always say men's supposed to do provision, protection, and security. So yeah, of course, women look at that as a very important aspect from a guy. Honestly, it's probably status, money, and then good looks is how women really categorize the guy they should want. High status, and like, respected by many, a respectable person, high morals probably, and then again, money, financially stable, financially free, and then after that is probably if he's really good looking and stuff, because these bitches have fucked Lil Wayne and Rick Ross, ugly ass niggas. But I'm just saying, like, that's what it comes down to. So yeah, if he has money, millions, how he gets it is going to be important, because that also comes down with the security of your relationship and how far it can go. Because that millions look good until he goes to jail for whatever tax evasion or whatever the hell happens, and then what she's gonna do? She can't pay that $5,000 a month rent that they've been holding up because of him, or what? Or
what
so
if he don't
forth.
go to jail? What if he's doing crazy stuff like rituals and whatnot?
I'm just saying, when you
Crazy
say
rituals and
if it,
things like that nature.
I'm only pointing out in general, it should matter. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what he's doing, it should matter. Like, however he's getting his money, it should matter to a woman.
What you think, G?
I don't. The amount of women who truly only care about just the fact that you get money, nothing else, not how you get it, how you treat them, any of that shit, is few and far between. So yes, even the women who are primarily there just for the money and to benefit off that aspect, they're still going to be concerned with how you're getting your money. That's protection. That's part of provision as well. It's not just the financial part. Like, you got to truly feel secure in all aspects. Damn.
Well, yeah, if you want to make your money being a janitor at the White House with a top secret clearance, still making good money, cool. The woman thinks that's good. That's good. It is what it is. But if you want to make your money selling some, illegal things, weapons, drugs, whatever it may be, and she want to rock with you, that's cool. But it comes with the risk. And if she wants to take the risk, that's up to her. But again, I would never tell women to take that kind of risk. So However you make your money matters a lot, man.
Damn.
So I thought you had like does it?
A follow up? No, I had
I'm
because
trying.
I
Yeah.
asked that because we was talking about the finances of females looking for the finance. For you, it's just saying that it goes based off of status, then it goes based off security, financially, or whatever the case is. Then it goes off of looks. So I was asking, okay, so what if he got the looks? What if he got the status, and he got the money, but how he getting the money? It may not even be super illegal. It could be just what if he's just happened to be committing homosexual acts with a billionaire, and they making sure his career
Okay.
going all the way
I
up.
feel like I feel like
Would that
we
matter? Would
have
that matter to the
gone.
female?
Yeah,
I
That's what I was
think we
asking.
that
have
would definitely
established that the
matter
way
to a
that you
female.
make money matters. I do
I
want to
just
tap in with a comment,
He just said that man
comments,
was
and say what,
yo.
what the fuck.
It's
The
just a
one night
question.
that my mic isn't working and you just taking a rant. Okay, not worth the comment said, it takes up to 6 months to see a person's true intentions. I believe that. Monique
You
Watcher
get really
said,
like
God
two.
wouldn't lead me Monique said, God wouldn't lead me astray in such a way. That was back when we were talking about JR marrying a stripper. And she said, what does it look like to have met a person who was chosen for you by God? Shit. That's
Exactly.
a whole different ball game. Not worth a comment said, nah, JR is the type to make Sheila dry in the snow. Oh, shit. Monique said, I never
Wet
thought I'd
language.
agree with JR. Sunshine said that part G. And Mike G, welcome in. He said, of course it matters where it comes from. All money ain't good money. Yeah. And I don't know why you chose that very detailed, specific.
Mm-hmm. That shit.
Question. I was just giving an example because he kept talking about illegal, so I was just trying to give an example. What if it's not necessarily illegal?
But
Yeah.
then
No. I
and then you
mean.
went into like the yeah. I'm not even gonna repeat what it was that you said the scenario was because
I was
Yeah.
just saying. I was just asking. I was just asking.
oh shit.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, it's really not difficult in this game. I was just talking to somebody about this today. Like relationships really aren't that like difficult though. You know what I'm saying? At the base
Yeah.
of the relationship is you and the other person. That's it. Two different cultures, and at the end of the day, y'all two have to love yourselves. And then after that, the relationship can grow easily as fuck. But if you don't love yourself and value yourself, then how are you selling yourself to this other person? You know what I'm saying? Are you selling them for what you're valued? Or are you selling them for less than what you're valued? Or you don't know how much you're valued? And that right
If
there is
if
very
we
important.
if you're talking about self,
Hmm.
now if we're talking about marriage, uh, isn't marriage somewhat like you no longer belong to you, you belong to that person, and same vice versa?
I
Yeah.
would think that way for a woman taking on his last name, that she belongs to him and he has the
But you
responsibility
don't belong to,
of
but
her.
you don't belong to her. You don't belong to her too.
No, I think you must do right by her, but not necessarily
I think you.
but like she
I think
controls you
Am you
or
at
has
that point?
authority.
We married. I am
controlling,
you. You are
controlling.
me. I am
We're not
you.
Fuck
talking
all that
about
shit.
control. We're not talking about control. We're
Well, I'm
just
talking about in
we're talking
general.
about. We're not. Yeah, I'm not talking about control though. But
Yeah, I'm still head. I'm still head.
I believe. Of course. Like,
Yeah,
and if we follow in God's standards, of course, He puts you to be the head and not
yeah,
the tail.
man,
But you
then woman.
also but you belong to her and she belongs to you. That's what I believe.
Yeah,
Y'all
no,
become one. Y'all become one. It's not me then you or you then me.
mm-mm.
It's we are
Why are
one.
we? Why?
Nah, fuck all
What?
that shit, bro.
What led to this debate? What led to this debate on the
Nah,
you
just
are
the
me, I am
thoughts,
you?
just the thought process. It's a thought process that grows like this, and I understand what you're saying, Zoe. But I don't think if men act that way, I don't think that's good for the relationship. I think as a man, you're still supposed to know that you are the representation of the entire household. Your last name is the one that carries the weight of the entire household. You must do such. You have the responsibility, hence you have the authority. I am me, y'all are under me. That's how it goes. Now, when you're talking about you're a reflection of her, yeah, how you conduct yourself, you are a reflection of the relationship and so forth. But when you are talking about self, you are the top, you are him, and everyone else is you under you. They follow your line. And you should, as a man, you should strive to be that way. That way, then everything else just follows and good. Definitely, if you got your morals right and you value yourself as a man, it's very simple. But a lot of times, a lot of men want to say, well, no, we're together. I want to wear the pants. She could wear the pants some days too because we are equal and all that equal shit. And the next thing you know it, guess what?
Oh, I don't agree with
She
that at
gone.
all. But maybe it's the way you said it. But I can't fully say I totally agree. But I agree with the concept of the man is the head. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Everything falls under me. I agree with that. But maybe how you put it, I don't really agree because I'm more spiritual when it comes to marriage. I'm more spiritual in that aspect. So at the end of the day, I wouldn't get with nobody that doesn't acknowledge that I am the leader. Like
Yeah.
this is mine.
Yeah. You can't be the
But,
leader and the follower and you just can't do both. So yeah,
Damn.
she's you, not you her. She the follower. Why are you her? That don't make no sense. You the follower too? Nah, nigga, you the leader. You are you. She is she. Y'all are still individuals at the end of the day. That's why y'all have to make a subculture, but y'all are still two different cultures and y'all backgrounds and y'all beliefs and how y'all look at things. It's still two different people.
I don't.
I'm just letting it is what it is. I'm just letting you know. You know what I'm saying? It's a respect thing too. But I
I think
digress.
I think this is I think too, and I know we're kind of like running into our wrap up time, but I think too, this is like a Christian twist on nice guys finish last because this is a guy who's like in tune with his emotions,
Mm,
super romantic,
damn.
right? He's pouring into her, posting her, sharing her, all these things,
Ooh.
and he loves her, and
That
he
shit
finished
crazy.
last, ladies and gentlemen.
Finish
It wasn't
last.
enough.
Damn.
And I feel
Crazy.
like that's kind of like our titles, prayers or paychecks, but it really kind of goes into like, what do you women, we want a man, we say we want a man who has all of these traits. And then when we find them, even when they are financially well off, just not Mr. Moneybags, we choose to throw him away as well. And I just wish that we need to be more realistic about our standards, women. And we need to be honest about what it is that we want. Because you
Yeah,
can't
women.
have everything. You're gonna have to have a sacrifice, fellas too.
Whoa, what?
But I'm just speaking on it this way because of I'm saying there's gonna have to be some sort of compromise or sacrifice that you make when you have a person. Nobody's perfect. That's all I'm
Nah,
saying.
you tripping.
Nah, bro. I
Nah.
think you tripping.
Nah. Forget that shit.
They're
Cause
not
you
anyway.
really believe the man don't gotta sacrifice shit.
No, in love is self sacrifice. Of course, if you're gonna fall in love, you're supposed to sacrifice. I do believe that. I do. But
Gee.
nah, my boy, nah. She got social media, cut her loose. That's right there,
Oh my
automatic
God!
no
Stop
go.
it! You're so toxic.
How am I
You're so
toxic?
fucking
How am I toxic?
toxic. Just ugh.
Well, you think she's seen
Anyways.
them extravagant dates and stuff? You think she just woke up was like, oh, or she dealt with enough men to get on these? No, she seen it on social media and wanted to live that lifestyle. Take that woman, put her out of the box, put her in recreational use only, and let her do what she want to do.
But you know what you're talking about, not letting your woman have social media is like a form of alienation. And they actually, psychologists
Mm-hmm.
actually warn women on not dating men like that because if they're trying to alienate you, it's a control thing,
Yeah, there's a difference
you know?
between controlling and being in control. There's a
But
difference.
what I'm saying, right? But do you not think that if, as long as her social media was respectful and she was still representing you and that she wasn't going for no dumb shit, then it should be okay for her to be on social media?
It depends, but no.
Why would it be an issue?
Ain't no reason to risk it. I wouldn't want to risk it. Is all I'm saying. I don't need to risk it. Social media is the devil. You know what I'm
Would you
saying?
get rid of yours as well?
Fuck no.
Fuck you, JR.
What?
Fuck
What
you.
the
Anyways,
fuck
Let
happened?
me
What
not
I
ask
what the
you.
do?
comment
What the
said,
fuck I
not
do?
what the
You just
comment said. It's really not, but your friends dictate your partner nowadays. And then they said, I'm just missing a
and
rib
that's
and I'm just
that.
out here trying to find it.
There you go.
Yeah, that part. That part.
You will
I'm.
meet your rib one day.
I
I hope
want.
and pray
I want my
everybody
rib.
meets. Yeah,
God
I
bless
hope
me
and
with
pray
my
everybody
rib.
gets to be. Well, see, Zoe, apparently you can't pray about that if you ain't got your stuff together. That's crazy, ain't it? You see
I
how it
don't
was
eat
just a
pork.
simple prayer? I'm just,
I don't eat pork. What you want me to do?
ugh, God.
That don't
Anyways,
mean that don't mean you ain't got no ribs.
I just
What you
saying I
saying?
don't even like ribs like that. I don't like pork chop ribs. I don't like bacon.
All right,
Like I don't. It is what it
go.
is.
You need to go on that one
aren't ribs
episode of Soft.
beef?
You need to go in
Are
that
ribs
one where
pork?
ribs is a bone. What's wrong with y'all?
I know, right?
It
So
don't
just a
matter where it
bone.
come from. It's a
No,
bone.
shut up, Zoe. You know what I'm talking about. He referenced food, and now I have a legitimate question. Sorry. Is ribs is beef, no?
You can have beef ribs or pork ribs. You can have any ribs. You can have
But
ribs
which one
from
do I get at the barbecue spot? Like if I were to go to Sonny's and I'm like, yeah, give me some baby back ribs, that's a
they
baby
pork. They're
cow.
probably
No, it
pork.
wouldn't be a
Go.
baby cow. That would be a cow, right?
No, it'd
You
be
need to
probably
ask
a
them.
pig. It'd probably
It
be
might
pork
be
ribs.
dog.
It could be a
Don't
dog
say that
rib.
shit,
I'm just,
Zoe.
but it's ribs is just like Zoe said, just a bone. So yeah,
So
whatever.
what? No, but
Pork
so I'm
ribs.
eating
The
pork.
norm when you say I want some ribs, normally it's pork ribs. But normally you say beef ribs or what, you know what I'm saying? You could say I want beef ribs because I don't eat pork, so you get beef ribs. But they not as
I
fall off the
got you.
bone juicy.
Okay.
Now if you get the fall off the bone
Who?
juicy John,
I
it's
ain't gonna
probably
lie.
pork ribs. But
La
beef ribs
Mexicana,
be hitting too sometimes.
La Mexicana beef ribs be falling off the bone.
Do
Thing be
they?
good, boy.
I ain't seen a lot of people beef
What?
ribs fall off
I
the bone.
now
They
don't
probably
think
hit
I've ever
good.
had a beef rib. I need to have a beef rib. Anyways,
Pork ribs got a lot of fat on that
listen,
bitch.
I
I'm just thinking about ribs now.
damn.
He said he out here trying to find it. I'm telling
Yeah,
him
you
where to
go ahead
go.
and get rid of yours. Get rid of yours. Go on that episode of Saw and have them hook that machine up to your thing and just rip
Yeah.
it out of you. Cause you just said you don't even care about yours.
Type shit. Type shit.
Were you talking to JR just
Yeah,
then?
he was talking to
Yeah.
me. Gee, I need
I've
you
never
to
been more
look here,
lost. I've
grasshopper.
never been more lost on an episode of my entire life
Goddamn grasshopper.
ever. No, I don't feel like it's that I'm not. I just think anyways, we'll talk about that later. But okay, so the basis of this really is kind of like more so a morality compass thing. Should the women, JR, this is your final thoughts, just prepping you for that.
You gonna
For your
ask me a
final thoughts.
question in
I'm
my
going to
final
ask you a
thoughts?
question for your final thoughts.
That's cheating. Okay, let's do it. I like it. Let's go. Come on. Give it to
Perfect.
me.
Okay. Do you think that what a man's character is like should matter more than what is in his wallet when it comes to dating?
It's high noon.
I want to hear this.
Do I think what a man's character is like should come into what you say into play when a man's dating?
Should it matter
Do you think
more
it's
than
more
what's in his
important?
wallet?
Should it
Oh,
matter
should
more
it
than
matter
what's in his
more?
wallet? His
Ooh.
character more than his
That's
wallet.
such a tough question, though. It's such a tough question, though, because a man's finances is how he protects himself. And that also comes with morality because it comes with, prioritizing. It comes with like what's important to you, and then it comes with how you're going to live your life, and then also spread wealth and or give back or whatever it may be. I would have to say morality is more important than finance, though. I truly believe being a good person is more important than how much money you make. Definitely when it comes to a man, I think that's what keeps people around, is the morality, who you are as a person, what you bring, just like as an individual. I think that's really more important than just how much money you can make or what you spend your money on or whatever in that nature, though. So yeah, I would say be a better person. But if you're wanting to get women, then it does matter how much money's in your bank account and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that actually is a little bit more important in that aspect to getting women. Now, keeping them, morality is more important. But to get them, get to the money, my G. That's, you know what I'm saying? Those are my final thoughts. I love everybody out there. All women, send nudes. Y'all know what the time it is.
Y'all know what time it is. Oh my gosh. Zoe.
I ain't gonna lie, my dog shot me just then. I thought you was really gonna start off with the money is more important, and I ain't gonna hold you. I really,
I
I
did
thought you
too.
was
I
gonna,
was like, oh, okay,
I was
all right.
like,
Zoe, I have a question for
shit.
your final thoughts.
A
Yeah,
different
no,
what's
one?
you
happening?
thought you was
Talk.
gonna get the same question? Absolutely the fuck not.
What?
Go ahead,
Zoe,
talk.
That's cheating.
Zoe, what you hush. What would you tell the fellas about dating a materialistic woman? Is it a go? Is it a red light or a green light when it comes to materialistic women?
Nigga, run for your life. Run for your life. Do not date her. She materialistic. Nah, if you're just into that and you don't mind that, then if it worked for you, then it worked for you. But I don't care how much money you do or don't have. If she's materialistic, that means she could be bought. And if she could be bought, that means she has a price. And she's going to the highest bidder.
Damn. That was the shortest, most straight to the point outro you've ever done.
Yeah.
You should ask me that question. Thank you, but whatever.
No.
That should be a topic by itself because I have
sorry.
so
You ever
much
said about-
for that Zoe. And you know what? God damn it. God damn it. Go ahead, Jay.
Hey, listen. This was a good conversation. We don't really get into the religious or spiritual talk too much, but I do appreciate you guys for sticking around and diving into that, okay? Because that is a part of Life with G as well. We want to talk about all aspects of life for y'all out there. Y'all stay safe, dating, stay prayed up. And I want y'all to take a good look in the mirror and know that you are not perfect. No one else is perfect. You need to start giving each other a little bit more grace and be intentional when you out here interacting with these motherfuckers, okay? Especially if you want a relationship that is God led. All right. That being the case, if y'all want to figure out do's and don'ts for this upcoming cuffing season, come back Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be getting into the do's and don'ts of this cuffing season, and I'm excited for that episode. If anybody tells you can't, you can. Besos, blessings, and have a good night.
Nope.
What?
No.
What?
Do it over. Your voice went out, and you got to give me my blessings. I need my blessings.
I need my blessings too.
What part went out?
Just the last, your outro, and I need my blessings, girl. Give me my blessings.
Which part? Okay, we're running back. I don't know what's going on. If anybody tells you that you can't, yes, the fuck you can. Besos, blessings, and have a good night. So God could absolutely bring us a blessing, and us being human and not doing the work we have to do on ourselves, fuck it up.
That's
That
exactly
is
what's happening.
110% plausible.
That's
You know what I'm
it's not
saying?
possible.
And
That's
it
what it
could have been
is.
her or it could have been him. Either way. So I think it's just this weird expectation of like if you are a Christian, you got to be perfect, or if you feel that the Spirit led you to do something, it's always got to work out. That's not how life works. That's not how God works. For whatever reason, if you believe, you're choosing to accept that belief. You get what I'm saying?
If God got something for
So
you,
we got to give it grace.
if God got something that's actually for you, it's going to work out if you don't mess it up. But that goes into what you just said, though, that we mess it up.
That's
So
that's what
Let
I'm
me tell you
saying. Like I
something.
just feel like
I'm
we
not.
need to
I
give
don't know
more
if she
grace.
did
What
that
you
though.
want, Jr.?
Okay, don't you
What
yell
you
at
want,
me.
Jr.?
Don't you yell at me like that, woman. All I'm saying is I don't
I'm
know if that's
upset.
how it is. I don't know if she's thinking about God or whatever in her actions. That's just not. I mean, she did what any woman would do. That's all I'm saying. You telling me you got money? Okay, bet, then spend it. And now you ain't got it, or I'm looking like that's just normal shit. Women look for security and for you to be able to help them and their offsprings and so forth and so forth. Like that's not a
It
like.
does matter.
what you're saying,
I'm not
because
gonna
you
say it doesn't
that,
matter. I think it just go ahead.
no. It matters. It matters, and
Well, I'm just saying, coming from a place of being like I'm a female that I ain't never fuck with a dude with money. Maybe if I do fuck with a dude that, and when I say a dude with money, like I'm talking like bands and shit like that, right? Well, maybe if I do at one point, then I might think differently. Like, you get accustomed to a lifestyle, you don't want to like downgrade per se. But all I've ever really known is like people kind of just like me. Like, we getting by. We're not extremely fucking poor, but it's not easy. And I think because of that, I've been blessed to be able to focus on the person's character versus their pocket.
And that's
And I feel
important.
like it helps me have a different type of relationship than these people who are out here like, yeah, but what chip can you buy? And can you get me the Birkin? And can you just like, bitch, that will come. Like, but what if he's just a piece of shit? Like, is it worth it? And it's never been worth it to me.
But
That's my
but
thing.
that's the circle of life right there. If you think about it, women are really like, and it's gonna sound real bad, and I don't want it to sound real bad.
Oh God, JR. Thank God we're off the air because
Yeah.
all you're gonna do is get this podcast canceled.
You're right, probably. But look, when it comes to these women, right, the more money they make, right, the less options they have. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're only gonna date up, and if they date up, how is that guy going to be able to act? Like, what is he really going to do? Like, that's the real thought. If I had millions and millions of dollars and I date a woman who just has a couple 100,000, that's not stopping all the other women from coming. So that's not stopping me from catching it when they come in. If they throw it, I'm catching it.
See, that goes into the character you are, like your character, because that falls into like whether you have self-discipline, do you value yourself?
Oh
Because
yeah.
I honestly do believe that just like a female that go and have sex with all the niggas with a bag, just like she's devalued and she ain't worth nothing, that goes to say in the same breath that a man that's gonna stick his thing in anything, he ain't got no value neither.
Nah, nigga, you have to
Thank
have
you.
you
Thank
have to
God
have
for saying that.
value to even stick your dick in something.
What type
No, that's not true.
What?
a value to who's in extent, or like that's the wrong
Many
way to ask
homegirls.
it,
Do you
but
know how
like
many homegirls I have that have let ain't shit, don't have shit motherfuckers hit consistently? It may even pop a baby out by them. Bitch, you
Look,
ain't getting no child support. That
and that
motherfucker been
and
on
that's
unemployment the whole
and
time you
that's
known
sad.
him.
but that's
Honestly, that's
because of
sad though.
them. That's because
You're not
their
But
even
I'm
values
and
even
saying,
you're
but
not
I'm
even
bigger.
going off
saying,
their
this is
character
just,
or
but
anything.
this is
So
what I'm saying though. JR, you don't, that's not true. Men
Stop
who ain't
playing.
shit be out here getting coochie too.
So you really
Yes,
think
they
it's
do.
gee, I thought we've already pointed this out. For men to get sex, it's
What?
not easy. It's not easy for men to just get sex.
I think it's, well, then why is it, if that's the case, then why are there so many unfaithful men? If getting sex for men is so fucking hard, JR, then how come all y'all do is not keep it in your pants?
Let me
now
tell
let
you
me be
something.
clear.
Let me tell you
It's
Sex,
something.
only
sex,
easy when you got a
sex
wife or a
is
girlfriend or a baby mama at
Let me
home. Is
let me
that
let
what
me
the fuck you trying to
hard.
say?
Sex is hard.
No.
hold on,
The fuck?
Zoe. She asked
Sex is
me, and
very
I
hard
wanna
to get from men.
I wanna acknowledge this from her.
Why are you treating this like we still on the pot? Look,
No,
he posted
because
up like we still on the
you
pot.
trying to fuck with me,
Get
nigga, and I'm
silly.
trying to let you know
Get
when
silly.
it's
Get
compared
silly. What?
when it's compared to a woman's ability to obtain sex, you cannot tell me it's easy to get sex as a man just because he's cheating. That is not even close. If you wanted to cheat, you can cheat every day with a different guy if you wanted to cheat. Do
That's
not
fucking
act like that's
terrible.
the same thing that
But
men
not,
can do. Not even
okay,
close.
sure, but not a quality dude. At least y'all want to fuck everybody that you fuck. For a woman to get a dude every single day like that, like what you talking about, we would have to settle. We would have to fucking downgrade. We're fucking the dude that we're not attracted to that's over here heavy breathing. Hey girl, can I get your number?
Damn,
That motherfucker. That's the motherfucker I would have to hand coochie to for me to be like, oh yeah, at a drop of a dime, I could pick any dude. Bitches don't want to be throwing their cootie cat around a dude they're not attracted to. At least with men, y'all can have sex with bitches you actually are attracted to. Because you know it don't take much for y'all to get a hard on. So shit. Y'all
That don't
fuck damn near
Wait,
anything to be
time.
happy
Okay,
about
that's
it.
not
So
true.
you
That's
think
not
just
true.
because
We're not
my
actually
dick be
attracted to
hard,
them.
I can smash any bitch
What
I
I'm
want?
saying... What I'm saying is, you are at least attracted to that person. Women can't get an ease of
That's not
dick like
necessarily
that
true.
from men that they're actually attracted to. For that math to work, I promise you we can't. For that math to work, I would have to settle and go with the heavy breathing motherfucker. That's what I would have to do.
All
It
because
wouldn't
you
be
have
dudes that I
more
was attracted to.
qualifications does not
That
mean it's not
I
easy.
get
That's
I
all
can
that
It's
almost
is.
not
guarantee.
about qualification, Bendito sea. I didn't say what's in
I
his
bet.
fucking wallet.
I
I'm
No,
not
bet a lot
saying
of
no,
that.
it's not.
individuals.
It's not about the money. I'm not even talking about his status. It would be attraction. I'm only talking about a dude that I'm attracted to. Period.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. A dude that you are attracted and off rip, women are already hard for. Oh, I need this. He has to be this tall. He has to make this
Wet,
money. He has to be able to
wet.
all that little stuff
They're
for
not.
fucking
They're not hard.
attraction
They're
and
wet.
shit. What I'm saying is, if you swipe past 5, 8, 9, 10, you could swipe 100 times. You're gonna find at least 3 guys you're attracted to, and each one of them would give you some dick that day if you ask for it. So don't act like it's it has to be the
No,
guy
it
I'm
takes
attracted to. You
more.
can't do
It
that.
takes more
Not
than
every man.
that.
Not
It
every
takes
man
more
like
than
that.
that. It takes more than that for a girl to get attracted. That's what I'm saying. Y'all just
That's what I'm
easily
saying.
get attracted. We don't.
You're trying to talk about attraction on a consistent long-term basis. I'm trying to say that men can't just say I want to fuck a bitch tonight and get that much. And we don't even have qualifications like that. All our qualifications really just open them legs. And we still couldn't do it that same day. Your qualifications are a lot more, and I'm telling you, you can still do it that day.
Oh my gosh! Did you hear that? I'm so
Did you
sorry.
burp? Did you just burp?
I did burp so loud in the mic. I was like laying on the mic and it was just like burp.
God damn, what the fuck? Was that a fucking rib? No, let me see.
And you know what's crazy is I've been drinking water.
Them air bubbles.
Did you say was that a rib?
That's them air bubbles, girl. Nah,
Not
you
the air
play too much.
bubbles.
Zoe said it best though. We can't just fuck any bit, and that shit ain't easy, nigga. That shit is you gotta really.
And then we can't
Be
just
better.
I
fuck
don't care if it
the
was.
dudes
I
that
don't
we
care if it
want.
was.
Y'all shouldn't.
I
Don't
don't.
mean y'all can't.
I don't care if it was. I'm not.
I genuinely, I would love. See, these are the type of conversations I want to have on live because there's like, okay, I need the other women to like be able to hear y'all talking shit like this. We need to talk about this on there
First
because
of all,
other
this is
women
not
would agree with
talking
me.
shit.
They
This is just
cannot.
saying that men.
Yes, it is
really
because y'all
like
just
to fuck bitches.
assume. Y'all just assume because y'all would fuck damn near anything that so would women.
No, I'm not saying that
And
you
that's not
would
the
or you
case.
should. I said that you could. That's the difference. You
I
can.
don't think that we.
What? If you wanted to smash and have sex, you can do it today. I'm not talking about the caliber of
It
guy. I'm
doesn't
just saying in
matter,
general.
right?
Man,
But
come on.
that's shitty though. What's the point in being able to do it if you can't do it well?
That's not the point I'm making anyway. I'm just saying you can.
Yeah, but that's the point I'm making.
Yeah, well then that's irrelevant because if that's the case, it's gonna take more than
But
just
I'm
a day to figure out if he's a shitty motherfucker.
What I'm saying is it's not equivalent because y'all would actually enjoy it. We wouldn't.
Yeah, because sex is only for us because our orgasm matters.
Sex is for women too. I'm not.
Y'all
gonna have
orgasm doesn't create life.
with you.
Does your
For
orgasm
the
create life?
umpteenth fucking time.
Oh my God.
You're not trying when you wrapping it up, JR. You're not trying to create life. When you're here, like, baby, I'm gonna get you Plan B tomorrow. You're not trying to wrap. You're not trying to.
I have never bought a
What's the
Plan
word?
B. Thank you very much.
Said reprocreate. You ain't trying to reproduce with that woman. You're doing it for
Reprocreate is-
recreational purposes. So if you're doing it for recreational purposes, then she deserves to get her nut off too. Fuck, we talking
It
about?
doesn't matter if it creates lights or not. It matters that it's the only one that can, and that's what I'm trying
You're
to tell
not doing
you.
your job as a man if you're not fulfilling your legacy. God damn it.
My legacy is D plus all around. Stop playing
You're
with me.
having sex for pointless reasons if you're not actually trying to procreate. Fuck out of here.
And you
Also
wasting
true.
your energy. And you wasting your energy. I ain't gonna hold you.
Who's wasting
Fuck out of
energy?
here. Y'all
You.
y'all stop having
5
sex
minutes
and
and-
two
and
positions?
go
You wasting your energy.
to the library. Are my children
5
awake
minutes
right now?
in 2 position is wasting energy?
Yeah, because you
See, this is
you're
why-
you're giving yourself to a person for those 5 minutes or whatever, however 3 minutes or
JR,
whatever you work
JR,
with.
Man,
Go.
stop
And you
playing.
wasting your energy.
I'm sorry. Hey, as much as I would love to have this conversation about sex, pointless sex, that's all male focused. I think my son is sleepwalking again. I'm seeing shadows outside my door. It's 10:48 and it's spooky season, and I'm scared. So I gotta go figure that out. I done told him he gonna end up getting drop kicked if he just staring at me when I open this damn door.
Well, don't shoot him at least.
Why I don't have a gun? Oh, I shouldn't. I can't tell people I don't have a gun. They have to assume I have a gun, so that way they be scared I shoot them. I gotta work on that.
But you got a bat and you got a knife. and you got a taser.
No, I don't.
No. He was
and
trying
you
to
got a
help
dart
you by
gun.
say you do.
God
God damn it.
damn.
G, you didn't catch it,
No, but I mean, I
grasshopper.
don't think you guys would try to break in. I'm just saying. Anyways,
You don't know what we do. From what y'all say, God might tell me to go break into your house.
Hey, listen, don't play with God like that.
I'm just saying he
Stop
might tell me I
Don't
talking
play
about
feel
with
that
God
Jesus
way.
like
like
that.
that.
Talking about the way
Don't
y'all
play with
talking,
God
Stop
like
the way
talking
that.
y'all
about
talking
Jesus
about
like
it.
that.
Don't play with God
Lord.
like that.
No, but
Trying to play and
seriously,
stuff.
thank you guys for allowing me to talk about something, from like a Christian perspective instead of our regular shenanigans. I mean, I love our regular shenanigans, but I also like to talk about God sometimes. You feel me?
Aww.
That's part of life with G.
That's that feel word. You feel me? That's that feel word again.
Shut up. You feel too.
Yeah. I feel like my orgasm is the only one that matters, and that's exactly what
Oh
it
my
is.
God.
I don't care
All
what you
right.
say.
I'm going. I got to go fight it's going to be his birthday tomorrow. I got to go fight a soon to be
Oh,
7-year-old because he's
happy birthday
sleepwalking.
to your little one.
Yeah, thank you.
Type shit.
JR,
Blessings.
get clips
Many
together,
more
God damn
blessings.
it.
Stop yelling. If you yell at me one more
Thursday,
motherfucking time.
don't forget Thursday's episode and what it's about and stuff. If y'all have any
You said do's and
you
don'ts,
wanna
right?
Yeah, it's gonna be cuffing season, like do's and don'ts, but I'm gonna
Oh, for cuffing
make it
season?
Halloween spooky. Yeah, it's gonna be like a guide for the upcoming cuffing season, do's and don'ts, like things that you should do, things that you shouldn't do, things you should worry about, things you shouldn't worry about. So it's gonna be more like a reaction to the list. You feel me?
Type shit.
Yeah, should be fine.
I'm gonna rock with
And
you.
I fully expect y'all motherfuckers to be dressed up for Halloween Thursday, because we're still
I'm
potting
already.
Wait,
because
it's
we
I'm
don't
next
take
already in
Thursday,
my
breaks.
isn't it?
costume. I'm already
It's
in my
next
costume.
Thursday.
You
No,
don't see it?
Zoe.
Boo!
Costume. I have a costume picked
I felt
out,
that.
so y'all gotta have and I'm not gonna be a house plant because I can't listen to y'all talk shit another moment about that shit.
God damn, woman. I got a costume
I
for you.
actually
Don't
got a
worry.
costume.
Boo! Tomato.
Hey, my costume gonna get us canceled. I swear to
Whatever.
God it will. I
Zoe,
swear,
you
I
need
swear.
to be Flavor Flav. You need to be Flavor Flav, and I'm not
Oh,
accepting
you
anything
serious?
else. Yes, I'm dead ass
Or
serious.
T-Pain, nigga. One of the
JR.
two, nigga. You pick, nigga.
Oh yeah, or T-Pain. JR.
What's up?
That's
What are you
crazy.
gonna be?
I can't tell you. It's gonna be a surprise, and you're gonna hate it. You're going to hate it. I swear to you, you're gonna hate it. Tight shit.
I'm gonna hate it.
You're going to hate it.
Culture's probably just gonna be a college student like he always is. But yeah, I don't have my kids that week, so we're doing Halloween on the pod, and yeah, we'll have a good time.
Type shit though. You go out there and you do you.
You know what's funny?
That's all I had. I didn't have nothing. I was gonna
Should
say
I
something
say
You
it?
really
do
fucked
you.
Should I
up.
say it,
You do
JR?
you, boo
JR.
boo. The fuck
Should I
was
say
that?
it?
He said, "You do
You do
you."
you.
My outro sucked
JR.
today. My outro was straight up booty cheeks. And why the
JR.
fuck is my connection not fucking up right now?
That's your
JR.
fucking McDonald Wi-Fi ass shit, nigga. Don't play with me.
Shut the fuck up. It's not McDonald's Wi-Fi. Fuck you, JR.
God
Should I
damn.
say it, JR?
McDonald's Wi-Fi. God damn.
Should
You know
I?
I'm dealing with a gateway computer.
Say it,
Should I?
nigga.
Should I tell her? Should I tell G?
Tell her.
Should I?
Nah, you should. She don't
I
never.
should.
She a grasshopper, nigga.
What? You grandson,
For real.
you
I
grandson.
really should I tell her?
Yeah, you
I
should.
her
Just
for real?
tell her.
We been live this
So
whole
you've
time.
been trying
G.
to tell me so much shit this whole episode. I'm not gonna lie to you. I could barely hear you, and I could barely understand anything that you were saying.
So you ain't hear nothing I just said just now within the last 5 seconds.
No, you started talking, and I just wanted to tune you out again. I'm sorry.
God
But I
damn,
love
she
you.
interrupted you, bro.
I'm sorry.
That's so disrespectful.
I didn't.
This is how our boss
Crazy.
treat us, bro.
This is how our boss. Y'all see this live?
No,
Will y'all see
I
this
don't
live?
feel
This is how she
good.
treats us.
You.
Look at her. Look at her.
She still ain't catch on.
No, she caught
still
on.
ain't
Look
catch
at her.
on.
Look at her. She mad.
JR, we're gonna have a discussion about compensation for you. You have been demoted. This is such bullshit. I'm tired of you pulling this shit.
What shit?
What if I would have said something crazy? Hi, y'all.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Are we still live right now? If I click on this audio and I hear myself talking right now, I'm fighting you.
What are you talking about?
I ain't doing this shit. Doing this shit with you. My stomach hurts. I ain't got no recollection of anything I said just now.
That shit
I'm
crazy.
fucking stressed out.
She said, I'm fighting you. God damn, niggas.
That shit crazy.
I need work comp. That shit crazy.
I know. Benefits coming shortly to Life with You. If we can get the goddamn 250 subscribers, shit.
Tight shit.
And I get a 250.
250. All right, we out.